wizard.
Hi, I'm Everett Abrams, the Wizard of Wood, and today I want to talk to you about becoming an expert in your area and an expert in what you do. So really the way you should approach things when you're trying to become an expert or show your expertise is to be able to differentiate yourself from your competitors or from others. One of the ways to do that is if we treat our craft as if it was a college course or even a high school course, whatever it is, and it was something we studied for and we had to really learn about and so forth. So I know everybody gets practical experience and we go out there and we learn how to restore wood and how to use tools and pressure washers and products, equipment, chemicals, whatever it is, okay? And we get that practical experience. But so does everybody else. So how do we differentiate from our competitors? Well, one could be in the results. But how are we going to get that job? We have to get the job first. So it could be a referral. But a lot of times what happens is the expertise starts from the very beginning. And it can happen during the estimate, the proposal, the follow-up conversation, and so forth, before a potential customer even books with you or schedules the work. So if you can convey your expertise to them, you're looked at above your competitors. So when you come in with a better price or a higher price, they'll sit there and say, well, you know what, this guy really knew his stuff, or guy or gal knew their stuff, and we're going to go with them. So how do we do that? Treat it like a college course. How do you differentiate yourself? There's a couple different ways. One is, the first one's obvious. You get the Wizard of Wood Exterior Wood Restoration Manual. And that tells you all kinds of stuff. And people will tell you, oh, this is the Wood Bible. It's over 152 pages that we continue to add stuff to with a lot of great information on how to restore wood. However, what is really considered the Wood Bible is put out by the Forest Products Lab, and it's called the Wood Handbook, okay? And you can Google these, but the Wood Handbook from the Forest Products Lab, and that really is the Bible. So what happens is they have all the standards from the industry in here, and they have it on wood itself as well as restoration. So you'll get a lot of information in there, the Wood Handbook. A couple of the books that have worked out for me really good is one is called by R. Bruce Hoadley, and it's Hoadley. It is Understanding Wood, and it talks about how wood's cut. It talks about just the characteristics of wood. It talks about so much that, like, when you're reading this, it's like a textbook, and you're just taking stuff in, and you're learning stuff about wood that you may think will never come up, but I will tell you when it will come up, and it's usually during an estimate or conversation. You're like, man, how'd that come out of my mouth? It's because you've learned it by treating these as textbooks and doing your research and your studying. Another one is the Encyclopedia of Wood. The Encyclopedia of Wood actually takes each type of wood, each species of wood, and breaks it down into density and characteristics and where it's from in the world and so forth. What's, for the United States, domestic to the United States and North America. So there's a lot of great information. So I just gave you 4 books right here that take up a lot of time to read these and refer to them and so forth. But if I want to learn about heartwood and sapwood and how heartwood develops and how sapwood as heartwood develops, it pushes moisture through the sapwood and out, and how you get staining and so forth in wood, and all these neat things, they come from these, understanding wood and so forth. So good stuff. It's great stuff. If you treat your craft like it is a course you studied for, if you learn all this type of stuff, then what happens is you get out to a potential customer or even peers, and you start talking, and it sounds like you're speaking a different language, and we'll call it the language of wood, because that's really what you're talking about. And people will sit there and be like, what's going on? I have a colleague, a friend of mine who's in Houston, Texas, is really good in wood restoration, and I had known him for many years, didn't meet him personally for a long time. We actually met down there. We sat down at a table, and we had a crowd of about 4, 5, 6 people around us, and they're listening to he and I speak. And next thing you know, not only did we have 4, 5, 6 people, we had like 40, 50 people just listening to us talk this wood language because we spoke the same language, and it's all about this stuff. So I would tell you, I know everybody wants to grab the internet and so forth, and you get bits and pieces, and then you get distracted and so forth. But when you take a course in school, you actually get a textbook, whether it's online, you're reading it, it's downloadable, or you actually get the actual copy of it and read it. You tend to retain it more when you actually put some concentration towards the reading of it. You highlight stuff and so forth. Treat it like a course. I'm telling you, it will separate you from your competitors. It will pay off dividends. You'll close more jobs, and you'll get better customers because of it. So I'm Everett Abrams, the Wizard of Wood. I'm telling you, treat these like courses. Know your craft, hone your craft, study up, grab books. Always keep educating yourself. What was a standard 10 years ago is not today, which won't be in 10 more years. Okay, so keep educating yourself, keep learning, stay ahead of the curve, and you'll see that your company and your business will thrive for years. And so I'm Everett Abrams, the Wizard of Wood. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and watch some of the other videos.